Welcome back to Cityline. With me is somebody who, you know what? I call her girlfriend because she is the person you want to hang out with. She knows a ton of great stuff and she has great stories. I'm talking about Dr. Kimberly Keith, who is the executive director of Hilltop Artists. Welcome, my dear.
Welcome to you too, Amanda, looking fabulous as always.
Well, thank you so much. And welcome back from that lovely vacation. And thank you for sharing that with us on Facebook. I lived vicariously through you at every step of the way. And I'm glad that you came back because we have this sale we need to talk about. So before we get there, give us an overview. If people are like, Hilltop Artists, what? We have a Hilltop Artist program. What is it, Kimberly? What do we tell them?
Hilltop Artists is a youth development program here in Tacoma where we use art, glass art, as a means of engaging with young people. We work with folks, it used to be 12 to 20 years old, but now we have an alumni program for those 18 to 26. So we've expanded our age range, and what we do is we teach glass making, so fusion, bead making, and hot glass. I am modeling some of our beautiful pumpkin earrings because, of course, they're not just for Halloween anymore. They're for Thanksgiving and fall, and I just love them. I'm wearing one of our hoodies because we got some swag and some bling. We have masks. So we have lots of fun stuff at Hilltop Artists. That's not just glass, but I'm showing it to you because we got a sale coming up.
I know you do. So if people are thinking, okay, I'm going to hop in my car, I'm going to go look for Hilltop Artists, where is it located?
We are located at Hilltop Heritage Middle School, which formerly known as Jason Lee, when I went to school there in the 80s. But yes, we are in the back of the main building at Hilltop Heritage Middle School, where we have a hot shop. We also have a hot shop over at Silas, formerly Wilson High School, where right now it's daytime. So we are teaching an elective class. So we have 24 students right outside of my office here learning how to do glass of various types. And then we have students that have more experience who are part of our team production program. So our production students produce things that we then sell to support the program. So they're learning advanced skills. They make things, they earn a stipend for the time that they do production. And then those items we sell, and we do that at, we have two main sales. We have a winter sale that's coming up just in a couple of weeks, Saturday the 4th. And then we also have a spring sale, which is the Saturday before Mother's Day in May. And we make lots of things. And so I did bring a couple of things to show. This is the first preview of the 2021 signature ornament.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Which is a color called Lagoon. That transparent turquoise is Lagoon. And then the stripe is mica. And so I don't know if it really translates here, but it's kind of a shiny, almost a bronze, dusty color. And so this is our signature ornament. We make 50 signature ornaments each year, and then they're dated. And so this is something that you might find at our sale if they're not all sold out. And then we also do some fun things. Haley has been making these melted snowmen fusions. So you
that's great.
On your table or your desk or whatever, and it's a little melty snowman. And then we make gift items, and so like this is a lovely tumbler. Ooh. And it's $35 for this lovely tumbler. And this is a beautiful striped bowl, and this is a $70 striped bowl. Yeah. We have lots of different things, and then one of the favorites, of course, are snow people. Now, we all have our, I could have brought all of them in because they're all unique. This one is kind of like, hi, I'm a little fun snow person.
Absolutely.
And then this one was my favorite when I went back there. I was like, I'm a big-headed snow person.
Okay, that one looks like Burl Ives from uh, Frosty the Snow.
Yeah, from that Frosty.
No, Burl Ives was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There we go. That's what it was. Yeah.
Silver and gold. Silver.
Yes.
Yeah. And so anyhow, this guy was my favorite when I looked in there. And then my staff all rang in with their favorites because they're all unique. They're all one of a kind. And our students, however the whim takes them is how they make their snow people. There's one in there with a great scarf and he has giant eyebrows. And I was like, that's great. There's one in there that looks like a clown with a multicolored bow tie. And so you just never know. But I tell you, these are the first things that go. And so the sale is on Saturday, the 4th, and we have timed tickets for that. You can either get your timed tickets online or you can get them earlier that morning. Or on Friday night, the 3rd, we have a special VIP event. And so anybody who has donated $250 or more to Hilltop Artists in the year prior are invited to come to the VIP event. And so I will tell you that's where lots of the snow people go. People will give us donations next week just to be able to come to the VIP event and buy their snow people.
I was going to say, I mean, if you're like me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make the donation, then run in and get the snow person because these snow people, they have a cult following. They're all over people's mantles. And I mean, they have become like, what was that stuff? I don't know, something 46 collections or something. But yeah, they are priceless.
They're kind of like Beanie Babies, huh?
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are.
You know?
So Kim, Dr. Kim, do you have to be a student at Hilltop Heritage Middle School to be a part of this program?
You don't have to because, like I was saying, we have daytime electives for those students who go to Silas and Hilltop Heritage, but we have after-school programs at both locations. And so students from anywhere around Pierce County, as long as they can get themselves here, they're welcome to sign up for the program and enjoy that. And then as they matriculate through, they can join team production or alumni team. And that is open to anyone in Pierce County as well. And another thing I'd like to mention is all of our programs are tuition free. So none of our students have to pay for the daytime or the after school. We also do a summer program that's open to everyone in the community. And so all of the programs are tuition free. We do the sales to support our program. And then we also have support from lots of wonderful organizations and people like Tacoma Public Schools. They donate our spaces in kind. And so that is very wonderful. We get support from Tacoma Create. I'd love to thank them. And then we're part of some really great collaborations in town. The Arts and Culture Coalition of Pierce County, the Out of School and Summer Learning Network from the Foundation for Tacoma Students, the Youth Serving Agencies Network, which is a bunch of us that do programs with Pierce County Juvenile Court. And so we have a lot of partner organizations that we do programming with. And I want to just give them a shout out and a thanks. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit. And so we work in partnership with the schools, but we are independent of the schools. And so that's why we do our fundraisers. We do our annual Better Futures Festival. We have our sales and we write tons of grants. We have a really wonderful grant writer, Louise Cooper, who works her heart out to write grants for us. And we have other really great staff that help with fundraising and things. We do commissions. We do demonstrations at the Museum of Glass, such as tonight. It's third Thursday. And so every third Thursday during the school year, our students do the demonstration in the evening at the MOG. So from 5 to 8 tonight, we will be there. And our students also teach hands-on workshops there in the winter. And so we do a lot of things with our community partners because we're so much stronger together than we are alone. And so, yeah.
So Dr. Kimberly, how has COVID impacted this program? Because you showed us the wonderful Hilltop Artist mask. So I know that it has affected it somehow. Tell us about this.
Yeah, well, during the last school year, when everybody was working remotely, so were we. So we did, instead of a hands-on glass program, we did a history of glass curriculum for our students. And then we also created activity kits. And so we brought materials together, took those out to our students. And then when they were virtually doing classes, then they could follow along and do activities together. And so we did that for our daytime students and for our after-school students. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we started a new alumni program for those 18 and older. And so those students were able to come in and learn advanced techniques and work with their mentors throughout the pandemic. And so we totally rejigged all of our safety protocols and our equipment. There's been no blowing into the blowpipes for glass blowing. We are using auto puffers, which are like a sphygmometer and a tube, and you squeeze into it, and that's what puffs up for the ornaments and for the pumpkins and stuff. And then we have foot pedal air puffers as well. And so we're really being as safe as we possibly can. And so, yeah, everything changed, but so many of the great things about our organization and our courses and programs stayed the same. So we're still learning how to be a team. We're using critical thinking skills. We are, learning how to be community. And so that has stayed consistent throughout.
Hilltop Artists, for me, they are the author and finisher of the 1-2 punch, because yes, they make beautiful glass. You've showed us what they make, and I can see on top of your filing cabinet some really gorgeous red, like a barbell or something. They produce that, but that is not what you teach. What do you teach?
We teach how to be the neighbor that I want to live next to.
Yep.
How to be the community person we want to be in society with. And so those are the things that we teach. We're all learning to be the people that we want to be living with. And that's really, really, really important. We're facing so many hardships in our community and in our society, and dealing with so much disparity and racism and so many different things out there that it's important to have mentoring relationships between caring adults and young people, and to be able to have a place where we can talk and we can be. And that's really important. It's like, yeah, we're doing something with our hands, but we're also discussing things that are really important. And another thing about Hilltop that I hadn't mentioned, we hadn't talked about today, is that we have a full-time outreach services manager who is a social worker who provides wraparound services to any students that need it. And so that's something that's also really unique about Hilltop Artists, because when our students are having issues, Williams is here, and they can either go and talk to him in his office, or he comes out. He's often in the classroom chatting with students, putting his finger on the pulse of what's going on, finding out who might need some extra support. And and that's awesome.
Dr. Kimberly, it is always wonderful to spend FaceTime with you. Thank you doesn't seem to be really the right phrase, because from teaching these young people how to speak to each other, how to challenge each other, how to compliment each other, those are things we so desperately need right now in our society. The COVID fog is everywhere. So what a better program than to burn out the cobwebs and learn how to be an outstanding citizen while you're making amazing glass. So, Dr. Kimberly, thank you so much for all that you and your team do. And thank you for all the beautiful things you make. And bundle up. It might be cold, but it's worth the wait in line, isn't it?
Yes, it is very much. And thank you so much for your support and for having me here and letting me talk about the thing I love the most, which is Hilltop artists.
Well, that's my pleasure. That wraps up another great segment of Cityline. It is always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We have given you some really great things to think about being a part of in this past hour. So go out there, pay it forward, be a part of the tapestry, wear your mask, get yourself vaccinated. And when you do all of that, come on back. We'll be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.
Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Oh, you're from Seattle. Oh, you're from LA. Oh, you're from Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. From the fire